First, you want to start with some boiling water and add some salt. You always want to salt the water before you get your pasta going. Next, we're going to add some elbow pasta macaroni noodles. That should get you about 4 or 5 egg rolls, 6 if you're being frugal. Cook your noodles about 6 to 8 minutes or until tender. Alright, so the pasta is done. We strained it and then we ran it under cold water for a few minutes so that the pasta would cool down so that it's easier to work with and it doesn't melt your cheese as you're mixing your mixture. So, got my pasta. Now we're going to go ahead and season it. So, I usually season my pasta with black pepper, red seasoning salt, Lowry's red seasoning salt, regular salt, and that is all she wrote. And if you have any questions, a lot of people ask me about how I make mac and cheese. This is pretty much the protocol on how I make my mac and cheese as well. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and turn on my cooking oil on a medium to high heat. I'm going to take about a cup of cheese. This is shredded cheddar cheese. Mix this in. And if I was making macaroni and cheese like regularly, this is the same thing I would do. I just add milk to it and butter. I'm also going to add a few dashes of hot sauce. Alright, so we got our macaroni and cheese done. I'm going to push this over to the side for a moment. So next I'm going to take a little container, there's water in it already. Go ahead and throw on a glove. And I'm going to add a sprinkle of flour. So this is about a teaspoon of flour that I'm adding. And I'm going to use my finger to mix it up. I'm looking for just like a light paste. This will be to basically help our egg rolls stick together. Next, I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper down. All right, so we got our macaroni, our paste mixture. Now I'm going to take my egg roll wrapper, take a handful of our macaroni mixture, and I'm making sure that I'm placing it closer to one side so that when we roll, it's not busting out the edges. All right. Perfect. All right, next, take your paste, paint right on the edges, just to make sure that they can stick to something when you start to roll. All right, take your hands, fold your edges in, up and around, and you roll, pulling in your sides as you go. And there you have it. Boom. Next, you just take your paste, paint right on the edges just to make sure that it stays closed when you start to fry them. And that is how you make your egg rolls. Now let's put this to the side and roll some more. Into the screen. So this should be nice hot frying oil. Pro tip, if you don't know how to make sure that the oil is ready, just take a little bit of flour, just a little between your fingers, and if it does that, then it means it's ready. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put our egg rolls in with the seam side up. Looking for a nice golden brown before you flip them. Once you get a nice golden brown crust on both sides, turn your oil off and we're going to remove them. I'm going to kind of hold them upside down to get any excess oil you might have out. And then I have a nice napkin on plate to catch any excess grease. All right, so you take a little bit of parchment paper, take one of our egg rolls, slice right in. All right, and mac and cheese egg rolls. Looks good.